Well, look who it is. It's you again. Charlie Greer podcast again. Duh, I do this every day. Today, opening for the Melvins. My old band, Love Engineer, opened. It was like a one night stand kind of thing at Mabel's in '94. Right off the bat, let me explain. I don't like the Melvins. I didn't like any of that Seattle or whatever the fuck they're from and grunge. I didn't. I saw through that their attitudes and just no. I, I was a Journey fan, so they was making fun of Journey and whoever they were making fun of, like 80, corporate rock, and they're more sucking the biggest corporate dick you've ever seen, while making fun of people who, come on, man. But okay, getting off to my band, Love Engineer, we were asked, Melvin's coming. You guys want to? Yeah, okay, cool. And he was sponsored by like the local radio station and this and that. If I remember, it was like on their Stoner Witch. Was that it? Okay, so I don't like those guys, that band, and let me get to why I don't like those guys. So you have to load it, and you have sound check. That's around like 3 or 4 or 5 during the day. And a lot of by then we were pretty, locally we were doing pretty good. We played all the way up damn near Canada to, we played Detroit, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. We were doing our own thing. So we get there, load in, right off the bat, man. It's just douchebaggery. These dudes are, I know Kurt Cobain. Who gives a fuck, man? I don't like Nirvana. So I don't like your band. But again, I think we got paid to do. I'm sure we did, but then we weren't doing free gigs. Just douchey, and there was a bunch of them. There's a local crew, and then that work at the club, and then there's like the bar people and the club people. No, everybody like, who are these dickheads? Just like, because we dealt, man, bands come through there that are cool. Then here comes King Buzzo with fat fucking. I mean, maybe he's the best thing in the world. I think he's a douchebag. Wouldn't talk. You kind of have to introduce himself, and they had this like manager who's she was had dreads and so at first she was like, yeah, cool, when we first get to whatever, and then some of these local come up, the people that these higher holier than now, go group with her. Then she comes back, and now she's I wish you guys weren't playing tonight. It's like, what? We were just kissing our ass. Like, what are you talking about? Obviously you talk. And again, there were some shit talking idiots, these rich kids, university people, just the worst scum you've ever. And they're I'm dumbasses. I've met a lot of motherfuckers, and those shampoo banana motherfuckers are some of the dumbest fools I've ever met. I mean, he's not good people and not that smart. Obvious about their game. If they got any game, which they got from their parents, and their parents got it from that, stupid. You take them out of that little bubble, or you get in their face. Oh, they're the cowardiest motherfuckers. Cowards, man. Idiots. Change their boom like that. Just, so I told, man, I go, let's step outside. I took her out front of Green. So you have to go downstairs at Mabel's. And I went off on her. I was like, if you ever talk to me like that again, it's going to be bad. I mean, I was like, because by then I had I don't give a, who the fuck are you? Of course, she goes, we almost not played. They were almost not going to let us, but since they let us play. And I think before that, whatever happened, like there was some stupid shit going on, like no sound check. What? We don't get a sound check. I mean, that's another thing. The bands, some people, we always gave bands sound checks. Nobody bands. We're like, hey, sound check. No sound check. Can't go to the dress. There was only one, but usually you share. It wasn't too small, but no. Off. And then Upstairs, there was like a balcony and some benches in the bathrooms. You can't go up there either. Well, where's the bathroom, man? You mean I gotta find a bathroom? Yeah, go to the pizza place, record store. Are you kidding me? No other band had done that to us. And we played, believe me, we played with bigger bands than the Melvins. I mean, coattail riding off Nirvana. You wouldn't know who the Melvins were if it went for Nirvana, you know. But they, you know, we'd already done interviews with the radio. We were like one of the top draws around. We had fans. We were selling shit and had our crew. There's like 10 of us. We can't use the bathroom. So I went up there. And their drummer, I think his name was Dale, he was like laying on the bench. Oh, hey, man, this is Meyer. Man, go fuck yourself. How about that? Well, I'm not doing too. I don't give a damn who. That's not my problem, dude. Hey, come on up. Let's use the bathroom. We just kind of, no. You can see, we have these policies. Man, policies were made to be broken. I mean, I'm not going to, yeah, I'm an asshole. I guess so. But you come at me that way, you're going to see, I'm going to give you my scary white boy impersonation. That's what's going to happen. I'm a cool guy. And then people take that kindness as a weakness. Maybe that's why they do. If I got a baby face, I don't know. But they can see it in their eyes like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said. Then he runs, oh, just bullshit. So the radio station, like they'd had, we were supposed to be interviewed before the show and King Buzzo and it, but they, nah, I ain't gonna do it, you know. And they brought like, you know, they food like deli trays or whatever. And I never ate those deli trays. I mean, I never. Food sitting around in a club like pizzas and deli trays, just don't want to take. And so they set a table outside. This is at sound check. At night, it's going to be packed. So they put us a table there, and the radio station was there. We're supposed to be doing, but they wouldn't do it. So there's like, then it was kind of awkward. Then the manager girl comes over, their manager, Melvin's like, okay, well, he'll do it like after the show, like at 1:30 in the morning. What these people have to hang around, you know, go home and take a nap and come back. And these are college radio kids. Like maybe one of them was professional, but they're all like in college. I forgot the name of the radio station. It was a cool radio station, and they were cool to us. So we have this table. We're there, and we're standing around talking. We might have been at the bar, and King Buzzo comes over and steals our deli trays and stuff. Like this takes it back in his big lard ass. Takes it back in the back because they had a backstage area. Dude, you can have it. I mean, you're not talking, again, creating an awkward moment, like not talking to anybody, just coming up. Like, how many? Yeah, take our deli tray too. We're going to eat that. You know, it's like bologna and crackers and shit. Like, no. We were laughing our asses off. And I remember before he closed the door, like he kind of, you know, the radio people are there. Everybody done saw you act a fool, you know, getting food, you know, stealing food. So there's a lot of drama. I might even be like, you know, I don't want to do this gig. Or we were like, we fuck this. No, see, you're getting paid or whatever. That shit. This could lead to other gigs. No, it ain't. I don't want to do anything with these. So of course, you know, they sound check forever. I love like I did. I'll just come back for the gig. And by the time I came back, I used to hang out with the crowd and everything, but after years of that, you just kind of like want to rest your voice. I had a girlfriend, we're living together. I would just show up like 15, 20 minutes, half an hour before we went on. And the place was packed, it was sold out. All the local, you know, idiots are there. With cotton in their ears and all this stuff, drinking, you know, club soda or something. That's another thing. Some of those bands in Champaign didn't know how to party, didn't know how to sell booze. Just, I go to the University of Illinois and I'm educated. That ain't rock and roll, man. And your clone, they're all clone bands. Even my band was somewhat of a clone band, but they were like straight up clone bands. Just that whole scene. I mean, it was just like, are you kidding me? They killed that. They even killed, it's like the snake that eats its tail. I mean, they're fucking dumbass. They didn't do anything. They couldn't sell shit to flies. I mean, so of course it's packed. All the local rock people, I mean, you know, rock stars, if you want, are there. We go on, and it was a great show. By then, we were like a well-oiled machine. We'd already done how many hundreds of gigs, you know, with BAM. Just Then they were even more pissed. Like, why did you, oh God, why didn't you tell us? I should have been so rude to you. Then King Buzzo wants to be my best friend. Hey, Charlie. No, dude, get the fuck away. I was grumpy, I didn't, no, I don't care. You can't come at me that way, man. No, come on, come on. And he was like, and they went on and did, they were loud, but it's like a shitty gig. The drummer had a gong. I don't think he used it. It's like stupid. So, and this is out there. I haven't seen it in like forever, but somehow they corralled us, and it was me, like the singers in the band, King Buzzo and me. I sung for Love Engineer. We're on the back patio, the stairwell of the Mabels, and we did like a radio interview. They interviewed us both, and so like, yeah, I'll do it, And again, he's trying to be my best friend. Everybody now, everybody around here says you guys are awesome. Well, yeah, you're listening to these they're threatened by anybody that's awesome. Probably the most, and it was videotaped, and it was on like the college radio. And I've seen it but I haven't seen it forever, man, 30 years. So it's me and King Buzzo doing an interview, and King Buzzo's like, hey, buddy, like put his arm around my neck and trying to be, and I'm just all about, no, I'm not having it. Even on camera, I couldn't fake it, man. He's like, yeah, oh God. It was the most awkward interview I've ever done, because I was just like grit my teeth, like, man, this is fake. I don't like this dude. I tried, okay? We tried to be human beings to these people all day long. And then they have to, I don't know. Usually, if you put on a damn good show, that pumps them up. The next band, hey, they got to put on a good show. You know what I mean? It ups their game. I'm not saying that we, but that's the real. You see a band, and what the fuck? They probably thought they would just like mosey on through this Champaign Urbana gig, like a side gig in a club, whatever. They're on a major label, and there was like representatives from Chicago, on whatever label they were on, who were kind of schmoozing us at the time too. But so I do this interview. It's awkward. It's just get this over with, and then gone. I didn't want to be. Just goodbye. And I remember some of these bands that were, again, I'd never met any of these people. You hear, like, you're out and about. So so says, you guys suck, and you're this and that, and you're that. Like, who? I never met these people. Why are they talking shit about me? Insecure people do that. Manipulate, little old me, like, I don't. So they come up, still got their cotton in their ears, like sticking out, like looking like a fool, wearing shorts, like it was like back then, like it was cool, like in the 90s, like, the wear shorts on stage, wear shorts in the winter. Dude, I hated that. Put on some pants, man. Black pants, denim. It's rock and roll. Get your shorts on. They all did a bunch of short wearing. These bands, like Champaign Urbana bands, were coming up to me and like, oh yeah, see, I've never seen your band. Yeah, well, you've been telling everybody we suck, and then they're like, oh, that's the kind of thing. I won't play along. I will say, hey, somebody's telling me. Now then I'm the bad guy, because I'm not one of these sycophants that was like, oh, what now? Oh, Now, see, maybe I should have. Maybe I should have just been like a little bit more, but I couldn't do it. I just, and that manager girl, again, she's apologizing. I'm sorry, I didn't, they said, I was listening to so-and-so, and she said, and then like earlier in the day, they were like, well, sorry, we kind of treated you guys, And I think we got offered more, like, hey, we're going to be in Chicago. And we're like, no, nope. No, we're not going. We got other gigs to do. And that's the problem. It's like, it could have been so cool. You show up, and again, we had played with all kinds of other bands, bigger bands than the Melvins. And, you create your own world we were so used to doing that load in and load out, like sound check, and even bands, they've never even heard it, like they're go, hey, how you doing? Like you just kind of get along, laughing, and not with the Melvins, man. It was depressing. It was, and that was right around the time Kurt Cobain had committed suicide too. And I remember them saying that, like, look, we're like, sorry about how we lost a friend, taking that on you guys. And some other members in my band were worse than me. They weren't going to take no shit. Our guitarist, he had one eye. He didn't know. Grumpy all the time. He was just looking for something to be grumpy about. So he was pissed. Again, I always have fun. I mean, we fucking slayed that night. I mean, we were a band. We were sonically just, whoa. We had great gear. Darren had like a mixture of like Marshall and Sound City. He had this old Sound City head that was a non-master volume. You just had to crank that thing up, had bottom end and headroom, and you mix that with a JCM 800 Marshall. Everybody said, how did Darren get his tone? Oh my God. You have to, now that gear's expensive. Even back then it was hard to find, but now it's like ridiculous though. And maybe I should have just, okay, well, we've had a bad day. Let me do this interview with King Buzzo and kind of, man, I can't do that. Maybe that's held me back. Maybe I should learn to kiss ass. Yep, okay. No, it's hard for me to do that. That's just, I can't do what I can't do. I mean, I didn't like the Melvins. I don't like whatever they call them. It's like noise rock. I don't even know. To me, it just seems like what people play when they can't write a chorus or I like stuff you can sing along with. I don't like this whole, whatever the fuck they were doing. I'd have to say the bass player in the band was the worst because he just wasn't talking to people. Showed up in like a cowboy outfit. I mean, he looked like damn, like a nudie suit. He looked like, with a big cowboy. He played in it too. I guess he thought he was cool, but it just made it even worse in my mind. Like this one of them, it was nice suit. He had boot. It looked like he'd spent a little bit of money on it. He looked like he'd be at the Grand Ole Opry. But he would not talk to people. Like, this is another thing. You're so big-headed that we're talking about, not forget about me, about the guys that work at the club, like the sound guys and the lighting crew, hey, I went and just walk on by, ignore, like, nope, no, fuck you. I'm a rock star. And these dudes are like, man, like the one sound guy, he was like, I'm Bonnie Raitt's sound guy. Bonnie Raitt, who's like, these are people that professionals. No, they ain't going to. Like, dude, I'm doing your sound. Of course, they loved us and they saw how we're being treated, and they were being treated that way too. And then eventually, this cowboy dressed dude, the bass player, has to go up to go up to the bartender because he done pissed off everybody, just being rude, rock star attitude. Has to go up and, need some shit. You have to communicate. By then, they just turned it around on him. He comes up, they just walk away. Then, of course, he kind of like goes, goes behind the bar. Hey, get the fuck out. And they kick him out, That it's a two-way street, Don't you have any foresight? You think you can just strut around here in this weird, everybody know, come on, man. With your sunglasses, big cowboy hat, like you haven't sold any records. I mean, but I think that they got dropped after that. They took some corporate money, but I don't think they did that well. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they got a gold record. Who knows? Yeah, just not a good gig. Again, I had fun on stage. We had and we had a fan base. And at the time in '94, I think this was, it might have been 90. No, it was 94. Grunge, or what do they call it, was at the height of the. I didn't like that. I tried to, and I'd see these bands live, and it's just like they're horrible. And the records might sound okay, but I mean, at least Nirvana had a couple catchy tunes. Melvins, can you name a Melvins song? I mean, I'm sure they got fans, you know. Can you sing along with the Melvins? You driving down the road singing a Melvins song? Nah, I doubt it. And just that whole, matter of fact, all of the people I've met in my entire, you want to call it career, because I've not really had a career, whatever I was doing, that moment, see, remember they're stuck in your head because you've had cool things happen. You've talked to this, that, you know, and you, like, damn, you always judge it towards them or that situation. Like, man, are they the worst people I've ever met? Is that the rudest I've ever been treated as far as from another band? Yeah, that's it. All the people I've met, man, I've met with, you know, those dudes. To the point you're embarrassed for them. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want anything extra, and I'm not giving anything extra either, but I don't want someone, you know, treating me that way. I don't treat people. I never, ever, ever treated people that way. And again, I was just a local dude, but there was times where I was like hungover and in the morning after a gig or something, and you're with your girlfriend at the grocery store, and people, hey, we were at your gig last night. You don't want to talk to anybody. You're in your pajamas, and you're cool. Take a picture with it. You know, I did. I was always cool with people. You smell like a smoke machine. Yeah, I just, I always, the opening bands, I made sure that they could go backstage. They had their free beer too. They had a sound check. Like I was, you know, some of those bands would have attitudes and I would just be cool to them, but I never would let them play again. You know, like, hey, those guys are, dude, they've never played a club. And then we let them open, like the first opening band. Sometimes we have like 2 or 3 opening bands. Then we'd go on. And they show up acting like, you know, Rod Stewart or something. Like, what? Who are you again? Oh, that's right. We're giving you the first club gig you've ever done. And then again, don't thank you. You never hear about them again. Of course, their band breaks up because they're not that good. And then they just talk shit. Like, what did we do so bad that, and again, I always made sure that, hey, if there was free pizzas, you guys get some pizza. Come on back. You don't have to knock. Just come in and out when you want. Oh, and that's another thing. When the gig was going on, the Melvins had like 2 security guys on the door of the backstage. Like they needed security. Like what's going to happen? If somebody's going to steal their deli trays that they stole from us? I mean, what, huh? And who would want to be? I mean, that little backstage area had a bathroom and a shower. Did anybody ever shower in that shower? I mean, it was at Mabel's. It was just, I mean, cool if you're drinking, hanging out, but it. And then talking to the club owners and the bartender, you know, the guy who owned the bar, it's just like, damn, those, yeah. Why would they act that way? You know, this is rock and roll. This is supposed to be fun. It ain't supposed to be like, oh, let's create every problem and talk shit about this and that. And then they're mean to you. Then they're nice. And it's just like, huh? Like the manager girl, I go, let's go outside. Took her outside. I didn't threaten her or anything. But I said, look, don't talk to me like, don't come at me that way. You know, what do you mean? She was, like I said, she was saying, well, I wish you guys weren't even going to play now after I talked to so-and-so. Before you talk to so-and-so, have they even seen my band? I mean, then after we play, oh, it's changed. My God, why didn't you say you guys? It didn't. Well, they said that. Well, who's dumber, the fool or the fool that follows them? Got this following the fool mentality, like listen to somebody, oh, say that. They're just threatening. Don't you get it? Haven't you picked up yet that people talk that way and threatening, talking shit about people they don't know are the ones that are bad? Not us. We didn't say it. All we had was kind words and cool. We want to again. To me, I had jobs. This is fun. This is good. It isn't like work. It's your art. It's your band. Have a good time. No. Absolutely not. Nobody loud. There's that. We're not talking to people. We're rock star. It's again, I've been around. We played with Tool before Tool was. They were cool. One of the worst hangovers I ever had was after that. We drank all night, hanging out with Danny and whoever the fuck the other guy. Cool dudes, and they loved it. They're like, man, you guys. And at the time, they were on Zoo Entertainment, and Zoo was like a record label that kind of was around back then. And we were about to sign with Zoo. We were gonna before they flopped, and they um, man, I got a story to tell about Zoo Entertainment. So that's why they put it. Hey, we played with them a few times, I think twice, and then we couldn't. And I had my band Third Stone, well, my old band Electric Outlet turned into Third Stone, and then we're like, hey, let Third Stone, and I think Third Stone played with them 2 or 3 times. They were cool, and I wasn't a fan of Tool. I mean, I had that first Opiate or whatever, that EP. It was right before they came out, before they exploded. And they weren't even on a tour, but dude, they had like a van and a U-Haul. They were just touring like old school, like, just starting out. And again, at the sound check, we're having beers, we're hanging out, we're having exchanging t-shirt. They were cool dudes. And they were talking about how they live in LA or somewhere in California, and they do like, production work for something. Set designer, I don't know. The Melvins. Okay, let me not to get off on the Mel, but the Tool. Okay, so Zoo Entertainment, they're like, hey, we're interested. We're about to sign Love Engineer. You guys play, you're on Zoo, So the guy, a Zoo like A&R guy, flew out and came to one of our gigs and loved us, man. He and so he loved Champaign at the time. Champaign Urbana was popping off, all these great bands, small college town, people were getting signed. He's like, I'm gonna hang out here for a while. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use this as my base. I was gonna travel, but I'll stay in Champaign because he had to go to Chicago, St. Louis. So he was just gonna hang out in Champaign for like a week or two or whatever. And they worked after that gig that night. He called, he left a message on my answer machine. He called, oh, you guys, we're gonna sign you. Oh yeah, see. And then he, I don't know if the second gig he came to or whatever, but anyway, we saw him with this super groupie that lived in town who was like REO Speedwagons. I don't know, just REO Speedwagons from Champaign originally. So, but we all knew like, whoa, she was great looking, everything, but she was a groupie. I had a girlfriend. I wouldn't, So we're like, should we tell him that he's with this super group? Does he know? This is a Zoo Entertainment A&R guy. He's with her. And we see him around town. They're together, Like, well, so I don't really remember what happened between those two. But of course, we didn't tell them. What are we supposed to do? Go up to them and go, hey, that girl you're checked up or whatever. She's been, again. So I get home, and these are when people had answer machines, and there's a scathing message like, oh, you fucked up. You should have, this town sucks now. This girl, I don't know what she'd done. I forgot what happened between them. I kind of know. I shouldn't say, but I mean, it's rumor, speculation. I've heard a few things. So we're not having anything to do with you. I called New York, or it's you guys. What? So I call him. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, you're your own man. I mean, we didn't introduce you to this girl. Whatever she did, I don't know. Never go back to that town. That you guys. And we kind of thought it was funny, but when they were go, damn, we're about to sign with this label. Maybe it's a good thing, because what if that signed, then we got to wait. They won't release anything or hold us down or shelve the band. They do that kind of stuff. And he was a cool guy. I mean, again. And then that next thing you know, Zoo Entertainment bankrupt. It's gone. They dropped all the bands. It was. Sorry to get off, another tangent, and I should do probably a episode about the Zoo Entertainment thing. But yeah, the Melvins, man, it wasn't good. And sometimes you're looking, and again, I thought it was gonna be, hey, I'm not a fan of the Melvins, but it's a bigger gig. It's sponsored by the radio. It's we're supposed to do all this stuff during the day, and they wouldn't do it. Nope. See, we ain't. No, just leaving people high, making them wait all night to the end of the night to do it. Then they're acting nice. I mean, fake. You just remember that stuff. You kind of remember those, just like the good times. What was the worst gig ever? That Melvins. That was my worst gig. And it wasn't too bad because I wouldn't. If I'd have been a fan, maybe it would have been worse. Yeah, but I didn't like that. I mean, again, they might have been a great band. I don't know. I just sounded like three dudes' noise. I tried to watch a little bit of it. But yeah, these things happen. I mean, that's just how it is. You run into people that are not cool. Could have been, but now I'll say, yeah, no fun allowed. That kind of thing. Just because you're grumpy doesn't mean everybody else has to be, you know? Yeah, so thanks for listening to me rant about the Melvins. Again, I do this every day. This is what I do now. But I love y'all. Be blessed. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.